Am I the asshole for refusing to support my brother's kids after he passed away, even though I'm financially able to? I, a 38-year-old male, have always had a complicated relationship with my younger brother Jake, who's 34-year-old male. Growing up, we were never close. Jake was the golden child in the family, and I was always expected to support him, help him out, and be there for him, even when he made terrible decisions. He was always the reckless one, dropping out of college, getting into trouble, and having kids he couldn't really afford with multiple women. 5 months ago, Jake tragically passed away in a car accident, leaving behind three kids with two different women. It was devastating for the family, but I can't say Jake's life choices didn't contribute to some of his struggles. He had no life insurance, no savings, and left his kids in pretty bad shape financially. My parents, who are both retired and living on a fixed income, asked me to step up and help support Jake's kids. I'm financially stable, well off even. I run my own business, and my wife and I don't have kids of our own, so we live pretty comfortably. My parents think it's my responsibility to take over for Jake now that he's gone. They've been pressuring me to set up college funds for his kids, help with their living expenses, and even contribute to their mother's bills, as both women are struggling to make ends meet. Here's the thing, I don't want to. It sounds harsh, but I feel like I'm being asked to pay for Jake's mistakes. I don't even have a relationship with these kids, and I barely had one with Jake. I spent my whole life cleaning up his messes, and now that he's gone, I feel like I'm finally free of that obligation.
That's kind of fucked up.
It is. I didn't ask him to have multiple kids with no plan for their future. My wife agrees with me, and she feels like we shouldn't have to sacrifice our financial freedom because of my brother's poor decision. But now my family is furious with me. They're calling me heartless, saying I'm abandoning my own blood and that Jake's kids will end up in poverty without my help. Some of my friends think I'm being too cold and should at least help a little. Even if I don't go all in. I get that these kids didn't ask to be born into this situation, but I also don't think it's my responsibility to fix everything just because I'm the one with money. My wife and I work hard to get where we are, and I feel like we shouldn't be expected to give that up for decisions we didn't make. So, am I the asshole for refusing to financially support my late brother's kids, even though I can afford it?
I think yes, to an extent, yes. Because that's not about having the responsibility, it's just about being a good person. And you're just saying, I don't want to be a good person. It's not my responsibility to be a good person. And you're right, it's not your responsibility to be a good person. And you just want to be an asshole. And that's okay.
To what extent, though?
So I think the extent should be, hey, everybody from the family pitch in this much.
Okay.
You know, everybody, not just them. So I think it is unfair to just ask them just because they can afford it. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be, oh, who has the most money? Whoever has the most money, take care of it. No, that shouldn't be the case. I think if their parents are expecting the kids to have some sort of money in it, the parents should pitch in too. So everybody pitch in, you know, whatever we want to call it, let's say $10 each, just as an example. And then if you're 10 families with uncles, cousins, everybody pitches in a little bit, and, you know, that's $100 if you have 10 people. You just that's what I think should happen.
Or his parents are on fixed income and they're retired.
Well, then they can't. Then they should have lived a better life and made more money so that their grandkids could have a better life. That's you know what I'm saying. They should have at least, you know what I'm saying. If they have any money, if they have fixed income, whatever. Let's say their parents get paid $200 a month in retirement, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Then they can pitch in $50 a month. Everybody can pitch in 10% of your income or 5% of your income, and then that would be fair to everybody.
Yeah, I would say first of all, maybe the parents can start taking care of the children because they got time.
Yeah, exactly.
They're retired, and then you say you have a business. I think I agree with Zoot that you are kind of saying, "Oh yeah, fuck these children." I don't think I will be able to do that, no matter how bad of terms I'm in with my late brother. What I would say is maybe you said you have your own business. Maybe go to the mothers and be like, "Yo, I have this opportunity for you," or create something, some type of opportunity for them where both of y'all can benefit. So they maybe work in your business, or you help them get a better job while the kids are staying at their grandparents' place. I think I think you just don't like the fact that your parents made your brother the golden child, you know, and everybody makes mistakes, but these kids, like you say, it's not their fault. I think you should definitely put a plan together, where everybody pitches in a little bit. The grandparents take care of the children, and you try to help the mothers, because at the end of the day, that's still your family, bro. Like those children, they're his nephews.
Yeah, technically, but it sounds like he's just taking everything personally. Like you said,
Right.
it's like even if it wasn't your brother's kids, you know, and you still know the kids, you could help the kids like in whatever way is comfortable for you. You're just saying straight up, I don't want to help them at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could just help them to the point where you're still comfortable in your financial position, you know?
Right.
And that's what I think. I think everybody can pitch in 5% of their income. 5% of your income is not that much, you know what I'm saying? And that's for kids that carry your family name to not become a fuck up. I think that's a fair exchange.
Right. How would you live with that
Yeah.
if you see them become a fuck up?
And you know you could have helped. You could have done something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now you're just like not doing shit.
And you're 38 and you don't have any kids.
Yeah. What are you doing with your life?
What are you doing, bro?
What are
You
you
better
doing,
adopt
bro?
these kids.
Yeah, you gotta do something. Where your kids at, dog? Come on.
Yeah, I think you should just get over the fact that they're your late brother's kids and just focus on them being part of the family. I think you're low-key an asshole for this. For real.
Yeah, you are an asshole. You're just okay with it, which is fine. It's cool. You want to be an asshole? Be an asshole.
Okay,
But that's who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to know the answer.
Yeah.